back to my channel. My name is Queenora of Queenora Renee Fabrics, and today's video is a continuation of our featured fabric Friday. Say that 3 times fast. Featured fabric Friday. And today's video is the second one. Last week we talked about cotton spandex. We talked about the properties, best uses. We looked at it, played around with it a little bit. I showed some pictures of previous makes that I did in that fabric. And this week we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna move on to a different fabric base, and today's fabric base is actually going to be one that I'm starting to have like a newfound love for. It's one that I don't use as often, if I'm gonna be honest. But it's not because it's a bad fabric, it's just, you know, personal preferences. So our bamboo spandex is 95% bamboo and 5% spandex. It weighs 231 grams per square meter. Now, if you watched our video from last week on cotton spandex, if not, if you watched our video from last week, you heard me say that our cotton spandex was 260 grams per square meter. So this is definitely a lot less. However, it's not lacking at all. And similar to, you know, what I said last week, adding spandex to any fiber is going to make it a little bit heavier. But since our bamboo weighs at 231 grams per square meter, it is definitely a lot lighter than our cotton spandex. Now, our bamboo spandex is a semi-synthetic knit, basically meaning even though bamboo itself is natural, you know, the bamboo yarn is essentially made by the cellulose of the bamboo plant being, you know, broken down and then soaked and then created into yarn, and then that yarn is woven into fabric. That by itself is 100% natural. However, when you add the spandex and you add the whole process of creating it, then it becomes a synthetic because spandex is not, you know, a natural product. But it is still as breathable as ever. When you compare it to other fabric bases, you are not gonna get that same airflow quality that you're gonna have in some of the other fabrics. Even with cotton spandex, cotton itself is a very breathable fabric. That's why it's so versatile. But comparing cotton spandex to bamboo spandex, when it comes to breathability, bamboo is gonna be the winner. Along with its breathability comes its ability to drape so beautifully. Like, I wish I knew how to drape like some of these other people where they could drape on a mannequin, because this drape and flow is just, it's just so beautiful, the way that it drapes on itself because of how light and airy it is. And even though it's light and airy, the thing that I try to still have is some type of substance. Like, it's not going to be so light and, you know, airy that you're able to see through it. Like, I see you, and you know how you have those fabrics where it's so light and it, you know, that you can literally like see through it, and it's not supposed to be. And it's not supposed to be see-through. You're not gonna get that with this. Like, if the fabric is meant to be seen through, you will see through it with us. If it's not, then it's not. And that's how this fabric is. It has enough substance to do what it's supposed to do. So like, if you use it for underwear, if you use it for a dress, you don't have to worry about if you happen to go outside where it's sunny and now people can see everything, you know, that your mama gave you. You don't have to worry about that. But it's still light and airy enough to where, you know, those of us that's in a hotter climate, where I'm in El Paso, where we have 100-degree weather, very common in the summertime. Even now, it's still, you know, like 80s, sometimes 70s, you know, with the sun blazing. You don't have to worry about this garment holding in your body heat, making you feel hotter. No. The bamboo spandex is going to allow air to breathe in and flow out as well. You get that ventilation almost with this, and it kind of gives even a cooling vibe to anything that you put on. So best uses or just uses for bamboo spandex, honestly, you can use it for any and everything that I listed last week. The only difference that is going to be is the feel that you get from it, right? So, last week we talked about how the cotton spandex snaps. It like holds in, it holds you close like a warm, like a really tight hug. Bamboo spandex is gonna hold you, but it's not gonna be a hold. It's gonna be like, I'm here. I see you. I'm here. I'm gonna hold you. So it's still gonna hold its shape. It's just not going to have a more compression-esque hold to it because it wants to be gone with the wind fabulous. It wants to flow. It wants to, it wants to drape. It wants to, do what it do at the same time. So you can still use it for any of those, things that we discussed last week. So you can use it for undergarments. One of my friends, Nikki at Sewing My Style, uses it for bralettes. I'll link one of her videos where she used bamboo spandex and one of her bralettes. She loves it for undergarments because it is so soft. Like, you literally feel like it's softness touching you all day. And that's why I keep like, I keep just like, ooh, because it's so soft, y'all. But our bamboo spandex really is soft, and it still has great recovery. I'm a firm believer in, when it comes to stretch materials, the recovery equates to the quality. You, if you've ever gotten a stretch fabric where you wear it, or maybe you just, testing it on your desk and you stretch it out and it kind of gives you the ripples. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't know if I want to come back. I kind of like being stretched out. I don't know if I want to come back. I personally am not a fan of that. I truly believe that when a fabric does not have great recovery, it means somewhere along the process something was skipped. It means maybe the producer found a cheaper way to try and produce that fabric. I do not equate less recovery with quality. It has to have recovery, because what is the point of making something, putting our time, our energy, our resources into making these garments if they aren't long lasting? And in order for it to be long lasting, it has to be made with quality. So our bamboo spandex, even though it does not have that pop snapback like cotton spandex, you are still getting the same level of recovery. So when you wear this, and if you have it stretched, it is going to come back. It's gonna come back. You ain't got to worry. We stretching it down to the white meat the same, and it's coming right on back. It's gonna swing around and come back the way that it was, back to its original form. Even if you stretch it, like, look. Y'all see that? Look. So I'm gonna have to lean back so you can get it all stretched, and it still came back. Y'all see that? That's because I try to provide quality. Because when you wear this, I want you to have your garments to last. And whether it's you're making for yourself and you make something that you can still wear 3 years down the line, whether you make something for a child that's able to be passed down, whether you make something, that can be reused later. It's all about, trying to provide as much quality as I can to you, so that way you get long lasting products. So yes, bamboo spandex. And as you can see, like, even as I hold it, you see it's like it's draping, like, just from me holding it, versus that cotton spandex, it was like, where we at? We at attention. Bamboo is like, I'm here. That's all you getting. I'm here because I want to be going with the wind fabulous. And that's what this bamboo spandex is actually perfect for. That's the thing that I've used it for the most is maxi dresses. I have used it for undergarments. The bamboo spandex is going to give you that maxi dress look. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Y'all know the look that I'm talking about when you want your maxi dresses to bye. Bamboo spandex is perfect for that. So I'm gonna pop a picture of a jumpsuit that I recently made. It was the Nova jumpsuit. I forget who it's by, but I will put it here, who it's by. The Nova jumpsuit. And I hacked it to a jumpsuit that I saw on social media. And so I hacked the sides so that way it could have like this open slit tie, this open slit to the cuff type situation. And I love this because it gives it such a relaxed feel, a relaxed vibe, a lounge vibe, which I think is pretty much everything bamboo spandex is good for. If you want that relaxed, go with the flow, ease vibe when it comes to your makes, bamboo spandex is perfect for that. Whether it's undergarments, whether you want to do like a jogger set, whether you want to do a maxi dress, whether you want to do a jumpsuit, whether you want to do a top, it's all going to be kind of like a relaxed look, a relaxed vibe that you get with bamboo spandex. And I must admit, I don't have a lot of bamboo spandex makes, and I think as I'm talking about this, I'm like talking myself into making something real quick. I don't know. We shall see. But let's go over to the table. That way we can get a closer look at our bamboo spandex, and we can do some stretches on it. So that way you can see the 75% four-way stretch on the bamboo spandex. Okay, so we are here at the cutting table, and I'm gonna really have to be quiet to hear the sound of the bamboo, because even though it has a little bit of weight to it, it's only 231 grams per square meter, and that means it's light. Like, you see how it is just moving? So let's see if we can get some sound. Okay, let's take a look at our stretch properties and take a closer look. So similar to the cotton spandex, it is going to have a smooth hand on both sides. This is the back side. As you can see, soft, smooth hand on both sides. And then let's go down to our cut part. And here is our salvage, and we're going to check our stretch. So we're starting here. This is my 10 inch. I'm gonna go to my 14, my 4 inches. Gonna grab, stretch, and it stretches to 17. So similar to our cotton spandex, and as you can see, it goes back to the same shape. And then we'll go along the salvage. We have 8, 9, 3, and 12. We'll stretch it. So along the salvage, it goes to 15. So same 75%, both ways, 4-way stretch. And it came back to the original, to its original form. Okay, so you just saw me do the stretch, and because both sides grew grew or stretched to an additional 3 inches. That's 75%. I always do 4 inches because it's just very easy to be able to figure out, you know, what that stretch percentage is. 1 inch, 25%, 2 inches, 50, 3, 75, 4, 100% stretch. So you just saw that it was able to do 75% both against the selvage and along the selvage. So it gives you a lot of different options when it comes to the things that you're able to make with it. Sound off in the comments and let me know what are your favorite bamboo spandex makes. That way I can get some inspiration on something that I want to make this week. And this will conclude our video today on bamboo spandex. And I will see you next week, where next week we are going to talk double brushed polyester.